All right, so this is our meeting on how to grow your business in 2016. And guys, I know there are some brand new ambassadors on here. There are, seasoned ambassadors on here. There are leaders on here looking to grow their team. There's people on here that, just want to rekindle the flame or just get started again. Hang on, let me mute everybody. Hang on just a second. All right, can y'all hear me? Thumbs up. Okay. Well, I can still hear. There's still one person. Hang on, somebody must have just come on. Okay, because I can't multitask. I'll tell you that right now. I can do everything else, but I can't do video and that. But anyway, so we've got just a whole, screen full of just, people that are here for, all different reasons. But, one thing that we all want to do is grow our business in 2016. And Krista turned me on to a book called The Circle Maker. And I've been, just like, listening to that on audio and learning how to pray and be specific. And I specifically prayed for this Zoom training to be beneficial to you. Something that you could find motivating and find some support and just, just something that you can leave with it, that you took 45 minutes out of your night, to join in. So anyway, 2016, new year, new you. I always say it's another chance to get it right. So one of my New Year's resolutions, I'm not sure if you make those or not, but one of them was to grow personally and professionally. When I first started Plexus, I just started growing and just going and just posting and I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't. I was just kind of I didn't even know who to duplicate besides Celeste Gwynn, and how can you duplicate her anyway. But I just was kind of just logging on YouTube and finding videos from Sonia Dudley and Sarah Marvel, and that's really about it. I didn't really dig into books. And so now that I'm doing that, I'm realizing there's so much more to this. And so that's one of my goals. And another one of my goals was to put my thoughts and goals into action. I'm really bad about, coming up with a great idea and then, not following through with it. I'll tell Krista and she'll follow through with it. But, I just was like, well, when am I going to have time to do this? And I want to make it perfect. I want to make it right, and I realized it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be right, but you got to put some, goals into action. And so that's exactly what happened on Sunday night. I had, made a, how to go silver video, posted that. I had retyped a joining email to, for the new back office and the steps to join. And so I kind of plexused, out for the day. And it was the night before I was going to start back to school on Monday. And I was just about to get in the bathtub, just kind of soak. And, anyway, Sarah Marble's Periscope came on. And, I don't normally watch Periscopes. I did when I first got it, but I don't really watch them that much anymore. But something just told me to push, to watch it. And she started doing a Zoom training, much like this one. Her screen was full of ambassadors. And she started talking about, the tips from the top. She had posted that on the Jewels page, tips from like, Diamond, Jewels, whatever, ambassadors. And I was just going to post it on our page, but I hadn't done it yet just because I thought, when is a good time? I probably should type up a post about this, but it was just a bunch of notes. And so I read it and it was good, but she started going through it and she read some of her favorite ones. And that's what I'm planning on doing tonight. But in between the ones that she read, she started telling her stories that she had read from her, multi-level marketing book. And guys, right there, I stopped in my tracks. It took me back to November 2013 when I first joined. Every story she told, every motivating thing that she said, it was like I was right back in there right at the beginning. I would just listen to her videos because when Jennifer Wright and I joined, there wasn't really much training. I mean, Jennifer Wright didn't even have a team page when I joined. And so I just had to Google YouTube, and Sarah Marble and Sonia Dudley were the only two names that I really knew at the time. And so I remember one time going to the mall and listening to a call, because I would always listen to calls back and forth on my drive, just using my downtime anytime I could, just work my business in nooks and crannies, and was in the mall parking lot. And the notes were, the stuff that she was giving me was so good. I just grabbed a, napkin out of my glove compartment and I started writing, with the pen on this napkin, just a mess of stuff. things that she was saying, I'm like, oh, yes, that's me. She was talking about rejection, and that's what I was starting to go through, that fear of rejection, the fear of people telling you no. And I just started, listening to those things when I was hungry. I mean, hungry for more. And Les Brown, hungry. I should unmute Quanta just so she could say it for you, because she can do it good. But anyway, I might say an amen with a hand up high, and that's just because Quanta and I were sitting at convention last year, and Les Brown was talking, and he's probably one of my most favorite motivational speakers, and I've heard a lot just being in the education industry. They would try to get us motivated at the beginning of the year, and it worked for a little while. Anyway, so he came on, and he was like, I don't even think he asked for an amen. I just gave it, and I gave it loud, and I gave it proud, and I might have given it a little bit too high and a little bit too loud. And so Becky Walton just totally over-exaggerates the story every time she tells it now, that I was amen, like stood up in my chair. That's not true, but I mean, I do have some amens tonight. So if I could just get your hands up in there, that'd be great when I ask for them. Okay. So anyway, let's see, where was I? Taking notes on a napkin. All right. So let's just get started with kind of how Sarah Marble started out her training. So she started out talking about Orrin Woodward, a selling New York Times author. And she said one of the favorite things that she said she uses in her everyday life is plan, do, review, and adjust. So let's think about that. Let's reflect back to 2015. Did you get from point A to point B successfully? Are you where you wanted to be after a year? If you are, great. You keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not, we need to figure out what it is that worked, what it is that didn't work, and how we can go forward in 2016, sorry. So, like I said, on the Jules page, Sarah asked the Jules to comment the top tips, and I'm going to go over some of those tips because there's a lot, and I'm also going to email all of those top tips to you after my Zoom meeting tomorrow night. But guess what? The top tip almost on every Jewel that wrote in, guess what their top tip was? Belief. Guys, you have to have belief. You have to have belief in the products. You have to have belief in the compensation plan. You have to have a belief in the company. You have to have belief in network marketing. And you have to have belief in yourself. And that last one is a big one. And if you do not have belief in yourself, it's not going to work. But don't stray yet, because I am a professional at building belief in 9-year-olds. Okay? So, and I'm about to quit that job. So I'm going to take it over to a bigger market, a much harder market, full-grown ladies that we've all struggled with belief in ourselves. I was just telling Quanta today, I'm like, these little 9-year-olds think that they can be, and I wasn't saying it in front of them like this, but like they think that they can be, professional athletes. This little boy today, we were studying the weather, and I said, I make them stand up and report their weather from the group like a meteorologist. I'm like, you could be a meteorologist. Oh my goodness. But he fears the camera. He's so scared. He said, I'm good if I don't have to speak in front of an audience. I'm like, oh, you should do it. And he's like, I've been thinking about it. And I just think that is so funny that at 9 years old, there wasn't anything that we didn't think we could do. But yet today, if I were to say, I'm going to go back and be a meteorologist, really, my family would laugh at me. Like, who squashes those dreams? Who did that for us? Clearly, So, the point is that you have to believe in yourself. But let's go back to the top, belief in the products. If you are struggling in believing in the products, I need to talk to you. First of all, we'll do a product Zoom, and let's talk about the ingredients and, and things that it's helped with. But we need to do that first and foremost. But there are people on this screen, I know who you are, that, are off of medications. There are people on this Zoom training that, are on no more medications for depression and anxiety. We have people on this screen that have suffered with, thyroid cancer and multiple sclerosis. Guys, there are people that, struggled financially on this Zoom training. And I'm telling you, these products are one of a kind. And what's so funny to me is that we're scared to share them. Yet there are people that it has helped, So anyway, belief in the company. And y'all, I'm telling you right now, I know the old back office, and a lot of you do, and it is missed. Rest in peace, old back office. But I promise you, the new back office, I'm loving, minus the glitches. And I know for a fact, I know in my heart, they will be, it's just a matter of time before they get cleared out. You know, I did get a product that ordered on the 1st today. I'm like, hallelujah, little happy dance when that happens, you know. And so, I've met Tarl. I've met Alec. I remember the very first convention that I went to. Alec, you know, stood up and asked to give a moment of silence for the military. You know, they all praised God. And, you know, Alec says, you've got to put your faith and your family before Plexus. I just love that. You know, I love the integrity that these, you know, leaders have. And as far as the back office goes, Alec said, you know, for something not to work, you've got to quit. And he's like, I'm not planning on quitting. So it's a matter of time. You just got to trust and believe in this company. Oh, and I'm not sure if they sent out an email, but I just got one the other, just a few minutes ago. I sent it to you, Carrie. Some people that their back office, whether they accidentally did it, I'm not sure about that, but whether their backup order was off. There were like 500 ambassadors that didn't get paid. They're honoring that. That's integrity. Okay. I mean, I just am not sure that, you know, another company would do that. So you've got to have belief in the compensation plan. You know, I'm not bragging about my bank account, but I promise you it's a week before payday and I still have money in the bank. That never happened before. Can I get an amen, Quana? She and I deferred our college loans many, many times. And we would all talk about, we're like, we got to stop doing that, you know? I mean, I'm 45 years old, I'm still paying college loans, you know? Anyway, if you have struggling with belief in the compensation plan, guys, get on the Diamond documentaries. Watch Angie Thompson's. That was one of the very first ones that inspired me because they were about to go bankrupt. And I was crying in my camera. You know, it was just amazing. Jennifer Leith's is great. You know, they were living in this small home and she's got several kids and homeschooling. I mean, if that doesn't make you believe in the compensation plan, I don't know what does. If you're struggling with, you know, having belief in network marketing, you need to read the book Flip Flop CEO. I mean, they will stress to you how important it is to live your life like, you know, so many people won't, so that you can spend your life like so many people can't. Okay. It's just, I'll admit that was probably one of the biggest things I was skeptic about, because I didn't want people to think I was just selling a product for money. I know that Sonia Dudley and Helen McFadden were huge in Mary Kay, had cars. Sonia Dudley actually quit her senior year of college to do Mary Kay. And she said, you know, I just got tired. It was so much work. She said, I spent so much time away from family. I had so much inventory. I had, you know, it was just exhausting trying to keep ambassadors that had families and didn't want inventory, and it just cost them so much money. And so Helen McFadden, they both quit, walked away from it, and Helen McFadden called her about, you know, Plexus, and Sonia said, keep looking, sister, and told her, let me just show you the compensation plan. And they both will tell you that they have never seen another MLM with a compensation plan like ours. It's next to none. And so, so many other people that I've just kind of run into, you know, said, I made $500, but they spent $1,000, you know? So it is just one of a kind. And guys, the bottom line is you have to believe in yourself. So many of us have a fear of failure. We have a fear of being rejected. And there's some of you on here that have a fear of being successful. Okay, guys, whatever it is, we've got to stop letting that fear stand in our way. You know, we're role models for our children. You know, we want our children to have no fear, to go all the way, to let success just come to them because they worked for it. But we've got to be that picture ourselves. All right. And so, speaking of, if you'd like to play a little drinking game, every time I say, you could take a drink. That's something I'm working on. Okay, so let's get down to business. This is tips from the top, and I've got to start with our fabulous Emerald, Jennifer Wright. She said you've got to have belief in the products and the compensation plan. Read testimonies, attend events, listen to videos and team calls daily. That's what she and I did. We'd listen to team calls. She would post them on, Monday night. I would listen to them every Tuesday morning on the way to work. I still do it today. Stephanie Pinkernell does as well. You cannot stop learning. You have to be coachable. Attending events is huge. If you can get to an event, you need to. Even the opportunity meetings, they don't have to sell me on the Plexus business or the Plexus products anymore. I go to the opportunity meetings to hear the testimonies, because that's what gets me right here. That's what makes me cry. A why that makes you cry. I love helping people, and I love hearing stories of how Plexus has helped people. And I know those people, I may not know who they are, but I know those people can't just get up there in front of everybody and just cry and sob. You can tell it in their voice how much Plexus has changed their life, and that is just inspiring to me. Guys, Google attraction marketing, okay? Jennifer says to brand yourself to attract people who want what you have. Walk the walk. Posture in your business and real life is so important. So those of you, and I have talked to some leaders, about this, that are like, oh, I'm just kind of, struggling right now. Guys, that's fine. We'll just fake it until we make it. Okay, we're going to project the image of a confident leader. That's what you're going to do on Facebook. Behind closed doors, message me, call me, let's talk. Let me help you build that belief. It's all part of it. I've been there, but I always try to keep my, Facebook, where it's confident, I'm believing in the products. And there's times where when I'm not believing in the products, I'll talk about, some of the things. Am I drinking my water? Am I eating, healthy all the time? Some of it's my fault. We all know that Plexus is not going to do it for you. You have to, be consistent with everything. So anyway, my point is just, your Facebook, the way you portray yourself in front of people, you got to walk the walk. All right, Dawn Hill, met her last year at Leaders Retreat on the bus to the alligator farm. She said, there's no no's in Plexus. If someone tells you no in Plexus, that just means insecure. They're unstable, scared, questioning things. Guys, there really are no no's. There are some not nows, but no no's. When a waitress comes up to you in a restaurant and says, would you like a cup of coffee? And you say, no, thank you. That doesn't mean no, never. I never want another cup of coffee. And you think she runs off and goes, they said no, I'm never asking anybody again, No, that's not it. That's part of her business. She's used to no's. That just means not now. She'll come back, ask you again, and you may be ready then. Same thing with this business. Some people are having financial difficulties. Some people are just not feeling bad enough or unhealthy enough yet. It's a matter of time. But you keep posting on Facebook. You still keep, portraying that image of a confident leader. And guess what? Guess who they're going to call? They're going to call you. All right, Tamara Holloway is a diamond. Who doesn't love that cute little thing? She said, be bold. Be willing to step out of your warm and fuzzy comfort zone and share this opportunity. Guys, your comfort zone is 98% of where the big stuff happens. 2% is where we all live in our little bubble. And for you to be on this Zoom tonight, for you to have joined Plexus, guys, you want out of that 2%. You wouldn't have joined Plexus, and you wouldn't have joined this Zoom tonight if you were happy with your 2%. Okay, so remember that you got on this Zoom training because you want to know more. I'm giving you some information. Go do it. Well, I'm at the end of the meeting now. I'm about to push you off. All right. So Tamara also says, all too often she says people are passionate and excited to share about the products, but they don't mention the business side because they don't want people to think, oh, she's just trying to, sell things to me, just trying to make money. Guys, you have to be wildly passionate about both, and people are wildly successful if they talk about both. So when you start talking to someone and they ask you, what is Plexus? I want you to picture a triangle on their head. At the point of each triangle, put a W. The W stand for wealth, wellness, and weight, or weight loss, okay? someone asks you, what's Plexus? And I say, well, Plexus is amazing. I lost, 7 pounds in the first 3 weeks, completely quit my Coke Zero habit, haven't had a Coke Zero in 2 years. The energy that I have is sustained energy from natural products, not caffeine. I sleep like a rock every night. My anxiety is better. My belly bloat is just non-existent. My family hasn't been to the doctor, with allergies and things for 2 years. And I'm telling you, within the first 2 or 3 months, I was able to make my first mortgage payment. And I'm actually going to be able to stay home. It has replaced my teaching income by 3 times. Really? They say, you lost 7 pounds in 3 weeks. They want weight. They want weight loss. And that's the route that you start going. If they say, really? You don't have any more belly bloat, your skin and hair is stronger now. Guys, they want wellness. And if they say, get out, you paid your mortgage payment, they want the wellness. The wealth part of it. So just kind of pay attention in how they gauge, and you're talking in conversation with them. Don't just start puking Plexus puker right here. I'm so good at it, trying to get better about not doing it, and listening more, and listening to what they have to say. And guys, again, just be passionate about the business. If somebody asks Celeste Gwynn what she does, she says, oh, I'm in network marketing for Plexus Worldwide. She mentions network marketing first. Be proud of that. There are people that are able to enjoy residual income because of it. And I guess that was probably, besides the products at the beginning, not believing in them before I signed up as an ambassador, until I tried them, of course. Once I became an ambassador, I guess that was probably the number one thing that I'm skeptical about, was network marketing, what people would think or what people would say. And so I've not read Flip Flop CEO, but I think it's a book that I'm going to add to mine, just because it doesn't train you on what to do, but it just it makes you believe in the model. Okay. So Brianne Park says, commit to being a product of the product. Guys, you are your own best Plexus testimony. That is the truth. When I tell somebody, it's helped me with my Coke Zero addiction, they see me drinking a glass of water, and I've been drinking water for 2 years. And you can ask Quanah, I had a full glass of water on my desk every single day at the end of the day. And they're like, you did not drink that water today? And I'm like, I'll get it by Friday. I didn't like water. I just wanted Coke Zero. And it's just amazing to me that I've just quit that cold turkey. So be a product of the product. And do not think you have to wait to start sharing on Facebook until you've lost 30 pounds. That is not the case at all. You just share, you educate. When you're posting on Facebook, there's 3 types of posts. There's your personal post. Guys, people just want to sleep good, and if Plexus has helped you with sleep, then post about, you just don't understand. It wasn't like I did not sleep. I just tossed and turned all night. It was my husband that actually noticed, turn it into a post. People want energy. There's so many of you with young babies, and that you came home from work, and like people that are teachers, you give to those 20 babies in your classroom all day, and then you have nothing for your own. And so there were mamas that were just exhausted and brought to tears because they weren't the quality mom that they thought that they needed to be for their babies. And Plexus changed that for them, just to give them that sustained energy. So personal post about that. The second type of post are testimonies. If you know that someone that you know of is struggling with high cholesterol or high blood pressure, and you go to Destination Diamond Dream Team up in the top right hand corner and find the magnifying glass, you can type in high blood pressure. You will find testimonies. Plexus Journeys is another great private ambassador page where you can type in, my mom mentioned scleroderma. I looked it up, figured out how to spell it. Sure enough, guys, there were testimonies on there for scleroderma. I didn't even know what that was. I've learned so much just from, hearing their symptoms and things they were going through, and how everything was related to autoimmune diseases. It's just amazing. And then the third type of post is just Googling or educational. So Google like magnesium or leaky gut or something like that. That's what I did when I first got started. I didn't have Plexus Power Tools. I didn't have Plexus Journeys. I just had the internet, and I had Jennifer Wright, and she had just started before me. So, she didn't have much information either. I got on there and I just typed in leaky gut, and I would just read. And, sure enough, because I honestly thought Candida was a crock. I had never heard of it. And I was just shocked that I had not, because I used to always read health magazines and things like that. And I'm like, how did I not know what that was? And, and maybe I had mentioned it. And I thought if it said gut, I'd always kind of had a flatter stomach. So I just thought, oh, well, that's not me. I need butt, not gut. So maybe I turned the page. So anyway, but honestly, I didn't know anything about it. And people were saying it's related to brain fog and athlete's foot and eczema and all that stuff. And so sure enough, I would Google leaky gut, eczema, leaky gut, athlete's foot. I tried on Braden. His athlete's foot is gone. Guys, we have spent so much money on over-the-counter ointments for both my boys their whole life. Never gave them a probiotic. That built belief in me right there, just in the products. But when I'm reading those, things on the internet, when I go, really, or aha, when you have those aha moments, make a post out of it. I would go to, Google right after that, after I found a leaky gut aha moment, typed in leaky gut, clicked images, and then I found this great little silver bucket with just, water coming out of it, which is just, the perfect analogy of your gut, with, just the toxins spilling out into your bloodstream. Perfect. People wanted to read about the bucket, and sure enough, I caught them, and they tried the probiotic, loved it. That's what this is about. We're not selling. We are sharing. We're trying to help our friends and family. And guys, one more thing about Facebook posting is just be consistent with it. It's hard to tell someone to be consistent when you're not being consistent yourself. And that's the same thing with the products as well. When someone says, I can't remember to take the Slim, don't say, oh yeah, me too. Okay, that's not a good representation. Be confident and really, 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 above all, try to be a product of the product. Jill Renfro says you've got to have unshakable belief. When others doubt you, let that drive you even further. Don't settle and dream big. And you might want to write this down, because I'm about to ask for an amen on this one. Listen to this, guys. Work like it depends on you, and pray like it depends on God. I'm going to say it one more time. Work like it depends on you, and pray like it depends on God. Can I get an amen on that? Hands up in the air, ladies. Amen. Y'all, I just can't stress to you, it is worth the work. And I am learning how to pray. Pray for big things. Do not offend him. You pray and you be specific. You pray for your customers. You pray for your team. And you pray big and you pray bold. God is offended if you don't. So I would encourage you to download or buy the book, The Circle Maker. It's really, I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, so let's see. Posting every single day. Talked about that. Let your audience know you're not going anywhere. That's about posting on Facebook consistently. People are not going to commit to you if they don't see you committed. Period. The end. Okay? Guys, this business can be a full-time business. It can be a part-time business, but it cannot be sometime. So if you're committed to posting, once or twice a week, you better keep posting once or twice a week. If you've started posting every single day, you need to keep posting every single day, or at least every other day. Stay consistent in the products. Stay consistent in posting. If you work this business like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby. Okay. I started working it like a full-time job, and I really have working it. And now it has, replaced my full-time job income. I can honestly say there really isn't a day I haven't worked Plexus. I'm not going to say it's always been the best income producing activity. When I first got started, I thought scrolling Facebook and just, commenting on all my new ambassadors' posts was income producing activity. And that's all I did. I've learned that it's so much more than that. Do I think it's good to support your ambassadors? Absolutely. We have to, but you can't let Facebook suck you in. It is a time sucker. Don't take away from your family time because of that. Datha Whitfield said, keep a master list of everyone that is asked or inquired about Plexus and never take them off unless they threaten you. And I have had a couple of threats. But other than that, guys, I haven't lost any Facebook friends. My Facebook friends list just keeps going up and up and up. And if I did lose a Facebook friend over my post, I don't even know who they were. You know, I mean, like, so were they my friend? No. So what are we worried about? Losing friends? I don't think so. I've gained friends in this business. Fortune truly is in the follow-up, and that includes your customers. If you will set up your, okay, first of all, and we'll talk about relationships because that was kind of my tip, but your customers came to you because they trusted you. They trusted that you knew about the products. They trusted that you were going to help them take the products. They trusted you that when you ordered that you would tell them how to take the products. They trusted you when they had a problem, whether it was with customer service, that you would call for them. I call for my customers. I do. I'm not going to let them wait on hold. Now, in the past, a lot of times they'll call and they'll message me and say, I stayed on hold for an hour. I'm like, no, I'm calling for you. I've already told you that. They just didn't want to bother me. No, you set that up front. If you have a problem, let me know. My customers that sign up now, I have their username and password. So when they say, I need to switch out, I think I'm going to try Accelerator instead of Boost, I'm like, okay, I'll switch that out for you. Guys, these are your friends. These aren't strangers. Most of them have given me their credit card numbers. I'm not saying that's a good thing or not, but I mean, there are people that I trust and they truly trust, you know, and I promise you, I delete all their information. I can't go to bed at night knowing that I have anything of theirs, but I do have their username and password. And of course, I can't order from them unless I have their CVV code. And so I don't keep that. I ask them, you know, what's your CVV code, and I'll change it for you. But anyway, make sure that you also let them know when there's an issue, just let me know. Or when I'm checking on you, don't be afraid to tell me, because more than likely there probably will be an issue, because one thing I've learned is everyone's body is different and everybody takes these products differently. For example, you know, if someone says, I'm not sleeping at night, I'm like, well, tell me your nightly routine at night. Well, I'm taking the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. You know what? Let's try BioCleanse in the morning. For some people, it keeps them up at night. You know, let's put Mega X at night instead of in the morning, because a lot of people are, you know, getting some great sleep with Mega X at night. Just as simple as that. If they come to you and say, you know, I haven't lost any weight, and you know that they're probably thinking this was a magic pill or whatever, but you just ask them these 4 things. Think of the acronym CHEW, CHEW. C, are you taking the products consistently? H, are you eating healthy about 80% of the time? E, are you exercising? You know, are you moving 3 to 5 times a week? I don't care if it's even a walk. And W, are you drinking your recommended water, half your body weight in ounces? Guys, you know, there's more questions to ask, you know, when you're talking about eating. I mean, ask them about the sugar intake, all that stuff. But immediately that CHEW comes into my head. So I'm not floundering. I'm starting to be able to ask the questions because I remember that acronym, you know, and then just remember they were your friends first. So don't just talk to them Plexus now. They were your friends before that. Ask them about their kids. Get on their Facebook page every now and then. Just go comment on their pictures. You know, keep those relationships alive. Keep those relationships from your past people that are not Plexus yet alive. And, you know, make new relationships. You know, meet new, friends from your kids' parents and things like that. All right, Jen Hawkins, you know, gotta love her upline. She said, start building belief right away in your new ambassadors. So she said, pour into your new ambassadors with training and help them get a plan of action. A new ambassador's plan of action should be to get 500 PV in their first month. Help them make their first Facebook post. Help them get paid. Because as soon as they get paid, they are going to they're going to start having belief in the business side. And that's where, you know, you just keep, encouraging them to stay consistent with the products, consistent with their posting. And, you know, all of that, falls into place. As soon as they get 500 PV and they get a paycheck from customers, they're going to have some happy customers. You teach them how to convert happy customers over to ambassadors. It's a process. Pretty soon, you get to kick them out of the nest and they can fly. Now, do you not ever see your baby birds again? No, you absolutely. We're going to talk about building into your leaders in just a moment. All right, Jennifer Whelan. Met her in the pool at Maui. Love her. She said accountability. You will only hold yourself accountable to the goals you share with others. And, Krista Wade and I drive 30 miles. We live in small town Gunner, Texas, and we drive 30 miles together every month. Not in the same car, but we call each other on the phone every morning. And that's where we kind of discuss what our goals are. We discuss, well, I'm planning on doing this. I'm planning on doing this. Girl, I failed at that. I did too. Well, I'm going to do this. It's okay. Nobody who raise your hand if you have not met a goal. We all have failed at goals. We've all set them too high. We've all set them, unrealistic before. We've all just not set them too. So just find a power partner. If you don't have one, Kim Wade, she lives in Illinois. She'll email me and she'll say, girl, I'm just telling you right now, this is what I'm planning on doing. I expect you to check on me, because if I don't tell you I'm doing it, that I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to hold myself accountable. And she's kind of, by herself in Illinois. So, just find somebody. Any of us will be your power partner. I'm constantly, talking to Quana every single day, at the copier. We're talking Plexus while we're making copies, Power partners it just makes it fun. FJ Schmidt is a Canada Diamond, and I love what she said. Her tip was to love people, love people, love people. Guys, we gotta know our people. When I say people, that's our potentials, our friends, our customers, our ambassadors, especially your potentials. They have to know that you are sharing out of love, not sharing because you're trying to prey on them. She also says, we also have to pour into our customers and pour into our teammates as well. Get to know them, establish that relationship. She said, delete negativity from your life, from your mind and your team group. She said, ain't nobody got time for that. She said, find the value in each of your team members. So, that is definitely, one of those things that you've got to commit to a positive life, but you can't do that with a negative mind. So, I have really, especially through the back office stuff, I have found myself, I found myself pouring some glasses, but I also found myself, looking at glasses half full. I really have. I just, for every negative thing, I've just had to try to see that, the silver lining. And then she said duplication is so, so important. Find somebody that you admire, whether that is Sonia Dudley or that is Sarah Marble, and just go with their style. Sonia Dudley, for me, those are probably my two. Sonia Dudley, for me, is just so genuine and down to earth. And just, when people are talking, she's listening and she's asking questions. And she just has this concerned look. And I don't think it's a fake look at all. I think she is truly concerned. She likes people. Sarah Marble, it took her, I think, 7 months to go silver. What'd she do? She dove into books. She read John Maxwell. She actually is in the cover now of the 4-year career, as I think she did kind of like a review on it. And her and John are actually, she just posted the other day, starting to write a book of their own. So that's going to be awesome. But that's one thing. I'm more Sonia Dudley right now, but my goal is to be Sarah Marble, because I want to have that leadership. I want to have that information. Sonia Dudley was a little different. She had been in network marketing for 20 years, so she had learned that side of it. Sarah Marble had to teach herself by reading. And guys, that's important. We're all fun, Plexus girls, whatever, but there is a business to this. There is a network marketing business to this. But in the end, the most important thing to remember, whether this is, ambassadors, customers, or even potentials, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So that's super important. All right, Melissa Eichenhorst, met her in the elevator at Maui. She actually introduced herself to me. I'm over there going, oh my God, I'm with Kelly and Larjo, that they're not even in Plexus, my best friends from grade school, and I'm like, that's Melissa Eichenhorst, and they're like, who? And she introduced herself to me. So just so, so, so sweet. She said, believe in yourself, the industry of network marketing, in your company and their products. And if you lack belief in any of these three areas, guys, you have got to start building belief. And if you can't remember how I said to do that, message me so I can help turn you on to building those beliefs. Kind of what I was saying back to the beginning. She also said, and this is one of my favorite things, one of my favorite calls that she ever said, she said, you've got to detach yourself from the emotional roller coaster. You've all ridden it. I got a new customer. I just lost my first customer. I got a new ambassador. I just had 3 people go white line today. Guys, we've all had it. And you've got to remember that, diamonds and, jewels or somebody above you in rank, all that means is they just have more white lines than you. They've just lost more customers than you. They've heard more no's or not nows than you. That's all. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. They just struggled probably more than you. And I think I'm going to talk about this later in the call, but yeah, I'll talk about that later. Sorry. So anyway, you just have to stay the course. Okay. People are going to come. People are going to go. They're very fickle. If you just get on that bus, people come on, people come off. You just keep on driving. Don't look. Bye, Felicia. Okay. You just keep on driving. And she said, pray, guys. She said, give it to God. Pray for your team. Pray for your customers, and pray for your company. And again, the Circle Maker talks about praying circles around your biggest dreams and your greatest fears. And that's just huge to me. I just don't think I was praying right. I don't know. It just feels so natural now. And so, I don't know. I just feel so whole when I'm praying. Tara Castaneda, she has some amazing information. She says you've got to develop both self-belief and help your team build their self-belief. And she said, without this, good luck. So that's not only your team having belief, that's you having your own self-belief, believing that you can do it. She said, stop focusing on just your numbers. I mean, I got to raise my hand right here. When I was going gold, I knew I had to get to 100 points. Okay, 100 points. How can I get 100 points? Stop worrying about the numbers and worrying about your team underneath you. We want quality ambassadors. And if you train and you pour into, you help develop their skills, you help develop their confidence, you help develop their self-belief and their positive self-talk about them, make them know that they can do this, believe in the company, then guess what? They're going to go out and they're going to get quality ambassadors. They're going to duplicate and they're going to do the same. You don't have to worry about numbers. They'll all fall into place after that. So don't just build your team and move on. There are not, I'd love to say that, everyone that comes on just starts Googling YouTube videos. I have some like that. And I'm like, yes, but there's still even more to that. There's more to this Plexus business than just Googling YouTube, I mean, lots of trial and error, I promise you. So give them the tools that you already know. Don't be selfish. You're hurting yourself. Tell them, help them grow. Okay. They may not believe themselves. That may be exhausting. You still have to help them be a better person. So anyway, so many are just growing fast and ranking up, and you're forgetting to just build into your team and duplicate. And then also, guys, this is so important. You got to be coachable. You got to put all pride aside. Last night, and gosh, tonight too, there's so many leaders on here, people that have ranked up already. There were so many last night, and I tell you, I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. I was thinking that this was going to be all new people wanting to grow, and I'm looking at the screen tonight, and I'm looking at the screen last night, and there are all these leaders. I'm like, have you not ever heard this from me? No, they want more. They want to know, how can I duplicate this? Is there anything you can give me that you haven't given me before? And hopefully there is. But be humble enough to be coachable. But listen to this. Be confident enough to dominate your position. I'm not asking you to change your position. I'm just asking you to be coachable. And I'm talking about myself too. Do I know everything? Heck no. I can't even get through 3 pages of a book without falling asleep. That's my goal, to just learn how to read and be, coachable myself. Listen in quiet times. Tara says, listen in quiet times when you're stuck, especially. Think about what's working, what's not working. If there's a lesson to learn, you need to listen, okay? Do things that you haven't done yet to grow. Usually the thing that you haven't done yet is the thing you need to do. And it could be cold calls. It could be talking to complete strangers. It could be setting up your own team page. It could be, just something that, that you just haven't done that you were scared to do it, okay? The thing about it is, every one of us have stepped out of our comfort zone and had that fear, and we conquered it. Maybe it was just signed up for Plexus. Did you die? No, you did not die. You've all had no's. Are you all still here? Yes, you're all still here. Guys, they got to be getting easier. They're easier for me. My crickets, they're just, they're a lot easier. But just crickets I can't stand. Don't give me just a thumbs up. Just tell me you're not interested is all I'm asking, right? Anyway, watch your ego too. And I'm telling you right now, I'm talking to you to talk to me. If you ever see me post or boast or think that I have an ego, you better message me right then and shoot me down, because I'm telling you, there is nobody more humble than me. I truly started working 3 jobs. Quanah, she's been there with me through jobs, through job losses, through tears, through, worrying about, laying awake at night, not knowing if we were going to be able to pay for college or, it was just really, it's not like we were, we couldn't pay the bills, but I was having to, do this extra work, fitness classes, teach fitness classes before and after. I was exhausted. I was spending time away from my family, just to have happy cash, to go buy me a pair of cute shoes at Nordstrom's that everybody else had on the team. That was it. That was it. There was no extra money. There were no vacations. I didn't have money to even hire photographers to take, family pictures because you know how much that is. You got to buy cute outfits and all that stuff. It was just stuff that I had to always put on the back burner. And I don't even know why I said yes to Plexus. Well, I do know why I said yes. He told me to say why. To do it. I didn't talk to anybody about it. And I'm one of those people, I don't make decisions without telling everybody first. When I signed up for Plexus, I said, y'all, this stuff works. I don't even know about it. I don't even know what this is. I'm asking everybody first. But something made me sign up for Plexus. I didn't talk to Krista. I didn't talk to my team. Nothing. I just did it. He blessed me with this, and I know he is a part of this. I promise you. So anyway, if you ever hear me say something, probably you took it out of context, because I am humble, but you better message me. Be humble. Watch your ego. She said also, guys, gosh, I've said this a bazillion times, but let me just say it one more time. Pour into your team. Pour into your team. I love going through the genealogy report, and I'm sure April Sheets just thinks, oh, she's got that on copy and paste. April, way to go, month after month, high PV. I'm like, every time I get on, I'm like, girl, she is just rocking it. When you hit your first 1,000 PV, I'm like, and if I didn't message you and you had a great month, I promise you, I saw it. I went go girl in my head, and I went over to comment on your Facebook, and I lost my ADD. My ADD set in, and I forgot what I was doing, because every month I go through there and I see these green lines under you, or that you got your first customer. I think Elizabeth's on there, first ambassador. Woo! So exciting. Anyway, guys, I promise you, I'm living through you. I love this, and this is what happened last night when I got into this part. This is not on my notes. There's nothing on here about this, but I had like an epiphany last night, and and I'm not going to cry. I almost did last night, and I'm not going to look at Quanah when I say this either, but I've poured into 9-year-olds for a bunch of years now, and I still love that, but I am loving pouring into you. I am loving this. I am loving when somebody says, okay, I just posted, freaking out. And we all one Plexus and go post on there. I love that. I love you that are, April, God, your tire story. You didn't even have money for the tires, I love that. I love, Jacqueline Boone. I'm not sure if she's even on here. But she, Courtney, did you raise your hand? I just saw that. Sorry. Anyway, I don't know what that means, but it says on the bottom, Courtney raised her hand. But Jacqueline Boone is on a Stephanie Pinkernell's team, and I don't remember if you've seen her, but her post, she posted today. So if you get a chance, go on there and post. She just kind of came out of the woodwork today, and she was the one that had the psoriasis. I showed Quanta today. She had the psoriasis on her arms, and after Plexus, it was so much better, like huge difference. And I think she said something about she had lost some weight and some high blood pressure, but she lost a baby, and like her fourth child or something like that. I'm not even sure, but like it brought me to tears. And she said, "Why did I quit?" And she showed a picture of her arm today. Wow, like it was just a slap in the face. Guys, we need Plexus. We need it for so many reasons. So anyway, just, get to know your team. It's crazy to me. You can ask Juana. I can't remember kids' names. I can't remember parents' names. But boy, I get on Facebook, and I might be part stalker. I can tell you every one of your maiden names. I don't know. I know you more than you think that I do. Anyway, all right, last two people. Amy Kosmowski, love her. She's the one with the beautiful little Down syndrome daughter. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? She's like a little model. Anyway, love her. She says enthusiasm. You have to drive the enthusiasm, excitement in your customers and your team. Guys, when you talk about Plexus, you better hear it in your voice. You better see it in your eyes. And if you don't, they're not going to believe you. They're going to think it's selling. You've got to be that crazy Plexus lady. I'm crazy for a reason. These products work. This company is amazing. I didn't even know network marketing works. It does. I believe that I can do this. You've got to have that passion when you're talking. And guys, I'm so proud of our team just for being positive through this whole back office transition. I'm telling you, our enthusiasm, it's been hard at times, but the way that you all have, just pushed through all this, and I know you've had your frustrations, and I know you've taken it out on somebody in your family, your household or something, but, just that we've all pushed through, and we've remained pretty positive when, you just wanted to strangle Sean at InfoTrax, and the thing too is just, I was almost going to say you just wanted to strangle a customer service representative, and then I thought, I haven't had one customer service representative that has been, that wasn't helpful or tried to do everything that they could do. Tarl and Alec tell, the customer reps, they're like, those ambassadors, they employ you. They employ us. They work for us, and so they've just always been so helpful. I'm not sure they've always helped, but they've been helpful. They've tried to help, She also says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to have success. Guys, there's so many people that are scared of having success. They're scared that they don't look the look of someone that would do well in a wellness company. They're scared that people think, oh, well, she's tried that MLM before and she's failed before. People are scared of that. People are scared of being successful because of what somebody else is going to think. Who cares? Sometimes what might be holding you back might not be the fear of failure, and might be the fear of success. And too many of us are living our dream, are not living our dreams because we're living our fears. That's another amen. I'm going to say that again. Les Brown says that. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we're living our fears. Hands up in the air, ladies. Amen. Yes. So, guys, think about that. Do not let fear drive you. Okay? Your goal is success. Your goal is success with the products. Your goal is success with customers. Your goal is helping others. Your goal is success with this company. And the final advice that I have, and this is from me, and what I'd put on the Jules page, I said, our business and network marketing is all about relationships. And people trusted you, and I've already talked about this a little bit, but people trusted you when they ordered the products. People trust you now before they even know they're going to order the products, but they're going to contact you. Pour into relationships with your customers, your relationships that you have in your life anyway, your relationships with your team, your relationships with your ambassadors. You never know who is going to be your next rock star. And I mean, that's not why you're going to pour into them anyway, but just do it. I love building belief in you. I have the belief in you. That's been the hardest thing for me, is believing in someone more than they believed in themselves. That's been the hardest struggle for me. When someone's asked me, what has been the hardest thing for you? It has been believing in you more than you believe in yourself. So, I got to throw in, duplicate that passion, duplicate, pouring into your team. And then the other thing, I got to throw in some grit, guys and gals. That's my word, grit. I'm also going to start adding belief to that. But grit, that means staying positive at all costs, modeling adversity. When things are bad, you just keep on going, believing in yourself and staying the course. I just have that picture of that little miner guy just tapping on that stone wall, that diamond's right behind there. A lot of times people quit right before the magic happens. And that's what I tell my customers too, that are getting ready to give up. I'm like, just go one more month. Stay consistent. Use the chew, eat healthy, exercise, drink your water. Then let's talk, and 9 times out of 10, and then I usually send them, like some information about leaky gut, a video or something. And 9 times out of 10, they stick with me or they become ambassadors. So, I just want to say that people are also promoting in record times. With Plexus, we are still ground level opportunity. All network marketing books will just tell you, like Eric Worre says, give a network marketing company 3 to 5 years. Guys, 3 to 5 years of your life. People are promoting way faster than 3 years. Nobody on this screen has been in this company for 3 years. Nobody's been on the screen for 2 years except for me, and I'm already an emerald. Guys, it doesn't matter how long it takes. If I told you you would be a diamond at the end of 3 to 5 years, would you stay the course? Absolutely. So why would we even think about backing out? Okay, 3 to 5 years to live the life that most people can't afterwards. And again, we are not selling lip gloss. Anybody that sells lip gloss, I like lip gloss. I bought some from MLN just the other day. I'm not doubting lip gloss, but is lip gloss changing people's lives? Okay, and now this kind does stay on all day. I do love it. But is it changing my life like the Pro Bio 5 is, like the Bio Cleanse, like the Slim is for me, like the Mega X? I'm talking about preventative health, later in life. So guys, I'm squirreling now, but just, stay the course. One thing that is true, if you quit, you will not be successful. That's a fact, real plain and simple. And if you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success. Get out of your own way. So that's the training tonight. Let me see if I went. I went an hour. Sorry, I must have added something in. Let me unmute anyone. And if any of you have any questions, y'all can ask away. Anybody? Questions?
You're awesome, Lee. Thanks for doing it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really hope that you got something out of it tonight. Just one little fire, one little piece of something that will motivate you, help you duplicate, help you train. But I just want you all to know that I love you guys, and just, if there's any way I can help you, starting in June, I will be full-time, all yours. You will not have to wait and email me after 3 o'clock, or whatever. So I'm sorry, Quana, I can't look at your face. I can't. But I will be here for you, I might even sneak into your classroom with my Plexus under the desk all day. So we'll have to sneak around with coffee. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining, and y'all can just log off whenever you're ready. I'm going to sit here and read some of the chat.
You.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, bye.
Lee, can you hear me, Lee?
Oh, yes, but wait.
I'm sorry.
Who is that, Ronell?
It's Ronell.
Okay. Well, see, you were down there on the screen, and then you jumped up. So this is...
I don't know what happened.
Every time somebody drops off, you move.
Move all around?
You're killing my ADD, but go ahead.
Yeah, I got that problem too. So, you said you were going to tape this. Would we be able to have access to that?
Yes. Let me go ahead and stop recording right